Storms moving our way.
Yeah, and that will be tonight, Lily. So we do have some time to just kind of wait on this line of storms to move in. And in the meantime, of course, it will be quite windy. But again, level 3 out of the 5 risk categories for severe storms. And unfortunately, in the orange hatched area, that does include the threat for some tornadoes that could be strong, meaning EF2 or greater, 110 plus miles per hour, and also long-lived, maybe staying on the ground for a while. So something that we'll have to watch for sure. Now, the ingredients are not completely perfect for our area, but they definitely do indicate that we will get some high winds or tornadoes, or could get those. There will be a lower risk for flooding and a much lower risk for hail. So quick check on your timeline as you make your plans for the rest of the day. Really through the afternoon until about 8 o'clock. It'll be windy. There could be some spotty rain, but we're not looking for a really active setup until about 8 or 9 o'clock, when the line of storms will begin to edge in to the western part of our area. 9 p.m. to about midnight or 1 a.m. is the bulk of the strong storms for New Orleans and the middle of the North Shore areas. It does look like the worst could be around maybe 10 p.m. or so, 10 to 11 or so. And then after 1 a.m. we're drying out and still looking pretty windy to breezy for early tomorrow morning, but the winds will have changed direction after we get the cold front. So radar pretty quiet, couple of showers out in some of our Mississippi counties and around Bogalusa, but nothing severe yet. Again, we have a while to wait on this line of storms. Here's the warm front beginning to edge into the Houston area. Here is the strong low pressure in the upper atmosphere as well. Very strong low, and it's also dipped very far south. So when it takes its swing to the northeast, that will put the low pressure much closer to our area than some other troughs of low pressure. So that's part of why our risk for severe storms is elevated today. Again, over in the Houston area, there's just been a new tornado warning for Katy, Texas, to just the northern side of the Houston downtown kind of area. So definitely a strong system to our west, and we're expecting pretty, of course, strong conditions later on today when we get that line of rain. So far, though, we're only in the 50s to about 60. That's one of the limiting factors with our setup for later on today. We're expecting to warm up, but it will kind of depend on how much we're able to warm up as warmer air surges in. The winds are definitely something you'll want to keep in mind of for today. This afternoon and evening will be under that high wind warning, meaning our winds mainly from the east, southeast, 30 to 40 miles per hour and gusting to near 50 miles per hour. That's almost severe storm criteria. That would be 58 mile per hour wind gusts or higher. Precision cast again, tracking it through this evening. This is just after sunset. We have a couple of showers possible, but the line is really taking shape out to the west around Lafayette and Lake Charles. Fast forward to 9 p.m. Again, that might be when we start to see the rain arrive. Exact timing could change a little bit, but just wanted to point out 10:30. Here's that line of strong storms with the potential for high wind gusts and unfortunately some tornadoes as well. And then by 1 a.m. it's out of our area. Now, flooding is not looking as big a risk. We might get up to 1 or 2 inches, but the line is going to move through fairly quickly. So even if we see some brief ponding of water on the roads, because rain could be pretty heavy, we likely will not see it lasting very long into the early commute tomorrow. So the next 12 hours, again, rain chances really going up after sunset and into this evening. Couple of things you can do: check your NOAA radio, download our WWL TV app, secure loose items outdoors, especially even just with the non-thunderstorm wind this afternoon. Go over your safety plan, have an idea where's that interior room I would go to if I'm under a tornado warning. Go over it with your family, and of course keep checking social media for updates. Today, temperatures mainly in the 60s, eventually getting into the 70s briefly before that line moves through. And then our lows tonight eventually will get into the 40s for early tomorrow. And tomorrow looks chilly and breezy with cloud cover remaining, but should be mainly dry. And then we stay cool through the end of the week with a pleasant Saturday and rain returning on Sunday.